Hey YouTube. It's been a while. I'm in San Francisco. I'm fully aware that the audio and the video quality is awful on this video, and the audio is probably pretty bad as well. Either way, what I wanted to say is that I will be making some new videos in the near future. Now, I don't want this to be just a, hey, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna record something. I don't want to make this a completely contentless video. So let's try to talk about something that I've been thinking about lately. And that is that when you're tutoring someone on a language, the kinds of mistakes that they're going to make are going to depend on their native language, but not also that, but also sometimes on the other language that they know. A while ago I was helping out this guy who had learned Spanish pretty well, to a pretty good level. Then he had moved to Brazil and learned Portuguese there, living there for over a year, and he had a lot of Portuguese influence mistakes in his Spanish. There's also this other person that learned French. She lived in Paris for a year, and she a lot of times she's speaking Spanish, and something will come out in French. One thing, for example, that's really interesting is that when she's saying like a noun in Spanish and the noun is masculine, sometimes instead of saying, and it comes with the definite article, instead of saying el auto, she will say le. Now that's the French masculine definite article. The funny thing about this is that if a Spanish speaker hears you say le, they will not think that you mean el. They will probably think that you mean la. So that's interesting. Another thing to consider is that even if you're familiar with the language that the other person is, with the first language of the student, you also have to consider which dialect they are speaking. A classic example of this is the fact that people who speak Rio Platense Spanish, they will mix up the sounds in English, j, sh, and sh. While on the other hand, people who are from northern or central Spain will very likely mix up s and sh on the one hand, and on the other hand they will mix up j and y. And this has to do with specific with how the sound system of their dialect works. There's more to say about this, and I think at some point I'll go into more detail, especially regarding different dialects of people from different dialect backgrounds of Spanish learning English. I'll go into a little more detail about that. I think I got a few more interesting things to say there. Okay, so I want to make this real short. I will be posting, so stay tuned, and I will catch you guys later. Arrivederci.